Daniel out for, I guess, probably a little while. Do you stick with 10-guy rotation and add someone in, or spread it out and go down to 9?
It could be either or. It really depends on kind of how the game is going. Right now, I have both on my desk and kind of looking through and figuring it out. But I kind of lean on my sheet as far as the rotation goes at the beginning. And then as the game goes, whether it's foul trouble or a group playing well or a host of other things, I kind of adjust as we go along. So yeah, it kind of remains to be seen.
It goes so much about the season is about development. Because whenever a guy misses whatever, even a game for whatever reason, is there, okay, a chance I could throw a guy in for a game?
Yeah, I mean, KJ was that guy last game, right? Like I hadn't planned on him being in a playing group, and he played quite a bit towards the end of the game, and he was ready to play, and he has continued to work. And he knows better than anybody that if you continue to work, your chance will come, and you have to be prepared for that chance, as you saw what happened last year. So yeah, it's an opportunity for me to give some of those guys who are just barely out of the playing group a chance to get in.
Based on KJ's production last season, was that a hard decision to kind of have him not be in one of the main playing groups?
Very hard. Yeah, he was really good for us last year, and down the stretch of the season, he was playing 40+ minutes and shot really well from 3 and made great plays on the defensive end. And yeah, so it was a very hard decision. And I am happy that he has stayed committed to the work and the understanding that when his chance comes, he'll have to do the same thing. And he has so far.
Coach, last game you talked about how you felt the players got too caught up in, like, the games with the fouls and the referees and stuff. How do you address that as more of the mental aspect of the game when you're teaching these young guys how not to get caught up in it?
Yeah, I try to frame it as distractions. It's not necessarily just the referees. It's any kind of adversity that you have during the game. So we kind of put that in the adversity bucket, and whether it's referees, whether it's opponents, whether it's turnovers, whether it's things that just aren't going our way, not letting those get to us and allowing ourselves to just stay the course and play our game. And anything that takes away from that is not good for the individual as well as the group. So yeah, I try to kind of take it away from the officials specifically and make it more about, the distractions that can come along in an NBA game as well as an NBA week and then month, then season.
Coach, how would you describe the challenge that your defense faces tonight in terms of the 3-point shooting ability and the ability that the Jazz has to spread the floor, but also body balance and making sure Rudy Gobert is kind of taking care of inside?
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, they really shoot the ball so well, and they're playing so free right now. I mean, they're getting the ball up the floor quickly, and they're shooting early threes, and they're getting to driving kicks, and they have just shooting all over the floor. And then you have to deal with, if we're going to be doing any kind of switching, or even if not, like the Gobert factor on the inside, as far as not just his catch and finishes, but his ability to offensive rebound those threes. So yeah, we have a stiff challenge ahead of us as far as sprinting all the way back, first and foremost, getting to the 3-point shooters, and now containing the ball so they don't get those drive and kick threes that they have so much. And it's funny because Sagana, who was with them previously, has noted how much they've changed as far as they really used to be a very, not half court heavy, but they used to have a lot of actions that you'd have to deal with. And now they're playing a lot more free, a lot more up and down the court. And they are very hard to guard.
Coach, is it somewhat of a benefit to be playing a contender like the Utah Jazz this early, because this is a young team that's still developing and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we know the seriousness that we need to come with tonight. I know that we need to have a certain amount of readiness for this game, and I know we definitely won't overlook this team at all. So yeah, I mean, every situation for us can be flipped into a positive, regardless of the matchup. But yeah, for this team who's playing so well and do things so well, it will be a good challenge for our guys, and I know we'll come with the right readiness and approach.
Do you have more of a prognosis on Daniel?
I don't. I know he went today and had some sort of had a doctor look at it, but I haven't heard what the results were.
You mentioned the half-court offense hasn't been great so far to start the season. How do you go about attacking a drop coverage big like Rudy Gobert tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to get into how we're going to attack his drops tonight, but playing with force is always important for us, and getting the ball down the floor is also very important for our group.
We'll take some questions from Zoom.
Zach Allen.
Hey, Coach, you're going against a really good team like a Jazz. What's the learning curve you want these guys to work on the most while they're going against a veteran team?
I'm not sure I understood your question. Could you repeat it?
Hey, Coach, the learning curve. What's the learning curve you want the guys to work on the most going against the Jazz, Coach?
Yeah. So all summer we've been working on closeouts, and closeouts are going to be very important tonight because we're going to be closing out to their shooters, and our job is to close out all the way. So we're taking away their threes, but you're also closing out so you're containing the basketball. So that's a direct correlation that they should pick up on as far as why we do what we do, why we were working on closeouts when we had individual workouts in the preseason and the summer. This is the test, and hopefully we will pass the test. But yeah, the learning curve as far as how they play, which is really hard to guard, and then also recognizing that there's things that we can do to exploit them, and we shouldn't come in on our heels at all. We should be super aggressive and use the energy that we have to hopefully make it hard on them.
Adam Spollen.
Hey, Stephen, what you just said about their offense and just kind of how free-flowing it is that ultimately the blueprint for how you want your offense to look?
Yeah, I would love for us to push the ball and, have open threes via driving kick and have less and less play calls as we go along. But you look at their roster and you look at the group that they've had together for such a long time, this has developed into this style of play for them. It isn't something that they started with. So, yeah, at some point, but they have a bunch of veteran guys on the floor who have played together for a long time and have experience. And, they can make certain reads that we're not able to read right now. But at some point, yeah, we're going to make those reads and we're going to make those plays. And I'm not afraid to experiment a little bit as we're going along with that. But it really is experience.
And last question, Christos Saltis.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. What is the main improvement that you expect to see from your players on tonight's game?
I just want us to kind of continue playing hard. We've been doing that. We've been super competitive. I want to continue doing that. Some of the mistakes that we've been making, that's the goal, to cut down on the mistakes, to use each game. So last game we turned it over a few more times than we wanted to. Last game we didn't execute down the stretch exactly the way that we wanted to. There was a stretch at the beginning of the third quarter where they went 12-0 that we want to rectify, and understand that the importance of going into that third quarter is just as important as going into the first quarter. So yeah, we're trying to learn and grow and improve every single night based on what we've done in the past. Yep.